Tonight on CTV News at 5.
But I find the sales are no different than any other time of the year, really.
Boxing Day buzz. Shopping was busy, but not always a bargain. Eve events. Maritimers are ringing in the new year their own way.
There's a pretty wide selection, and with that many at your fingertips, you can start building some interesting alcohol-free cocktails.
Drinking differently. Non-alcoholic drinks are getting an upgrade.
When I got the diagnosis, I was training for the Fredericton Marathon.
From setback to success, a year starting with serious illness ends with Athlete of the Year.
A messy mix is on the way. Freezing rain and rainfall warnings for most of the Maritimes, plus snowfall warnings in place for northern New Brunswick. Details ahead.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening. Welcome to CTV News at 5. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Katie Kelly in for Maria Panapoulos. First at 5 tonight, Boxing Day buzz. Boxing Week deals brought shoppers out in droves from packed malls to crowded parking lots. But as CTV's Hafsa Arif shows us, while some say the savings were worth it, others weren't so convinced.
Malls and shopping districts across the Halifax area buzz with shoppers armed with gift cards and wish lists, looking for the best Boxing Day bargains.
I just got lots of gift cards for Christmas, so I'm just coming here. Yeah.
Some came ready to browse and see just how deep the discounts really were.
Packed in here. It's really busy, and I'm it's making me overstimulated.
For others, the sales were enough to start filling bags.
This is what I yet bought, but yeah, the deals are going so good, and it's a little bit much offers going on, 50%, 30%, so I'm getting whatever I need.
But not every deal lived up to expectations.
They're really good. Some are good, and then some are
they could be better.
They could be better.
And when crowds grew, some started reconsidering how they shop.
The lines are packed, so I got to do online shopping,
Surprised because there is a lineup. Usually it's not lineup in Halifax or Dartmouth, but there is lineup now, so I'm just surprised that there's a big line. I went to Lululemon and there was a big line, so I just dropped my idea to buy anything there.
Parking only added to the challenge.
Parking was super tough, so it took us, I think, literally 15 to 20 minutes to just get a parking spot.
Which was no different across the harbor at Dartmouth Crossing.
Oh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. We circled around probably 3-4 times.
Despite that, shoppers bundled up and were on the move, navigating an outdoor shopping rush.
Trying to get some good deals. There's a few good sales going on, looking for particular things that we wanted to get that we didn't get for Christmas.
But for some, the saving felt similar.
I'm a salesperson, but I find the sales are no different than any other time of the year, really.
Even so, some left with things they wanted.
A jacket he wanted, so we found that. Couple hats, couple sweaters, some winter clothing.
Whether it's spending gift cards, hunting for bargains, or simply getting out of the house, Boxing Day once again turned shopping districts across the Halifax area into busy hubs. Hafsa Arif, CTV News, Dartmouth.
Thank you so much, Hafsa. We are going to pass things along to Todd Battis now for a preview of CTV News at 6. Todd.
Thank you, Katie. The investigation continues tonight into a Charlottetown apartment fire that killed 2 people and put 3 more in hospital. This was early yesterday. Other tenants are now getting help looking for somewhere else to live. Derek Haggett is on the island, and he will have the details for us tonight. An off-leash section of a popular Halifax park has those living nearby calling for the city to step in and do something about the barking and the animal waste. They're fed up, they say. They're looking at legal options. The city says it understands the frustration, but closing the park is not going to happen. We will have more for you at 6 o'clock. And tonight we begin our traditional year-end conversations with the 3 maritime premiers. First up, Nova Scotia's Tim Houston. He'll talk about cannabis, trade, and power. A look back at 2025 and ahead to 2026. We will start the newscast, however, with this blast of weather that is moving from western parts of Canada, central Canada, towards us, hitting the region now. Jesse Thomas in for Kaylin Mitchell tonight in the Weather Center, and it's starting to bear down.
Yeah, exactly, Todd. And if you're watching and you're considering going out, maybe you don't, but if you are having to go out tonight, give yourself lots of time because there's several weather warnings in place for the Maritimes. And if we look at the board right now, much of this area in blue here is freezing rain warnings. You'll see it takes up most of the Maritimes, and we're starting to see some of that ice build up out on the roadways right now. So we can see some conditions worsening as the system continues to push eastward tonight into this evening before we start to see any of that freezing rain taper off as conditions warm up this evening. But we also have a winter storm warning with 20 centimeters of snow possible for this area in northern New Brunswick tonight as well. So conditions up there are going to really deteriorate overnight. So give yourself lots of time again traveling up there. Our areas in green here along the Fundy coast and parts of southwestern Nova Scotia, those are rainfall warnings where we could see quite a lot of rain. So, you know, when you see that much rain, 20 to 45 millimeters worth, it could create pooling and tough conditions on roadways as well. We'll get more into your weather later on in the program. We'll track this storm and all the conditions that it's bringing. But for now, let's go back to Katie.
Thank you so much, Jesse. We will check back in with Jesse in just a little bit. We're going to take a short break here on CTV News at 5. Still to come, we are headed straight to the ski slopes. And we also have this story.
Hi, I'm Jay Hiltz, and we're standing here at Soberish Mocktail Shop. Coming up, I'm going to give you some really solid alcohol-free cocktail options or some sparkling wine options for this holiday season.
Thanks to your tremendous generosity, thousands of maritime children will once again have a happy Christmas. Please honor your pledge for the Christmas Daddies Telethon in person, online, or you can always send us a check. Merry Christmas and thank you from all of us at Christmas Daddies.
Welcome back. Well, many people have been choosing to cut back on alcohol this holiday season, and a Halifax shop is making it easier. CTV's Mike Lamb takes us inside Soberish, which specializes in non-alcoholic wines, spirits, and mocktails.
My name's Jay. I'm the owner of Soberish Mocktail Shop on Agricola Street. We are a fully alcohol-free bottle shop where everything is available for retail, but 4 days a week we also offer dry bar service where we serve original handcrafted mocktails. The industry has been exploding the last couple of years in particular, and when we opened every day I was learning a new reason why somebody had chosen to give up alcohol. Lifestyle choices, medication conflicts, spouses with dementia, Alzheimer's, chemo treatments, so many reasons that I just didn't even factor in of why someone might need to curb their drinking style or habits. Now we've got so many strong options available on the marketplace that even if you're not looking to be sober but you just want something to pace yourself throughout the night because you have to drive home, there's some really great options that you'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference. Right now, sparkling wines coming up to New Year's and festive celebrations, people still like that craft cocktail experience too. So we've got rums, vodkas, gins. There's a pretty wide selection, and with that many at your fingertips, you can start building some interesting alcohol-free cocktails. One holiday drink that's going to be a crowd pleaser this year uses this product. It's Drome. Cinnamon forward, but it's got cantaloupe and maple syrup flavors. So there's 2 ounces of the Drome. And then we're going to add 2 ounces of pear juice. And then for a surprising twist, I'm going to add 1/4 of an ounce of this cinnamon and pear infused balsamic. The balsamic gives the drink a nice little snap, but adds acidity to it. We give it a shake. Pour it in a classic rocks glass. Whipped cream over top gives the drink a real silky feel. Garnish it with a dehydrated pear slice, and you're ready to go. The word mocktail has almost gotten a bit of a reputation, and people think that they're all juicy and they're all overly sweet. We like to promote the idea that we can actually build you a mocktail that is bitter or dry and not sweet and complex. So try and let go of what you think a mocktail is, and then let us show you what an alcohol-free cocktail tastes like. Cheers.
All I can say is thank goodness for mocktails this year. All right, we're going to stay on the New Year's kick with New Year's Eve this year. It's going to feel like midnight a little early across the Maritimes, with countdowns and fireworks scheduled throughout the evening. CTV's Nick Moore takes us through some of the free events happening around the region.
While many are eager to go big on New Year's Eve, others are just as happy to go home.
I'm probably just going to stay in with my family and play some board games. I like to stay in. I'm a very big stay-at-home person. I like to relax and just reflect on my year.
Cities and towns across the Maritimes are getting ready to welcome a new year with fireworks and an early bedtime in mind. Early evening New Year's Eve fireworks have been scheduled in Amherst, Charlottetown, St. John, Truro, and Port Hawkesbury. There will be 2 opportunities for fireworks in Moncton, one early at 7:15 and the other at midnight. There will also be midnight fireworks going off in Halifax and Sydney. In addition to free public events on New Year's Eve, there are special ticketed gatherings from live music to dances, including a formal gala in Fredericton, which has become an annual fundraiser for Highway 11.
Highway 11 is in support of grade school children. The schools approach us and we fill the gaps wherever they need.
We're holding a 2000 and 1990s dance party. We wanted to have an opportunity to bring the public together to not only support our charity, but an opportunity to get together out and about again.
Free public transit on New Year's Eve is also being offered in Greater Moncton, Halifax, and Sydney, giving another option for people to get home safely. Nick Moore, CTV News, Fredericton.
And you can find a full list of New Year's Eve fireworks and free events all across the Maritimes on our website, ctvnewsatlantic.ca. Jesse, it's so great to have you here this evening.
Hey, nice to fill in for Kaylin Mitchell. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying your extra day of vacation because he's back tomorrow. Yeah,
oh, is he back tomorrow? Yeah. Okay, well, it's good to have you here
this
for today.
This is a short stint for me.
So this was technically your second Christmas with your new baby, but Freya was only like 20 days old last Christmas.
Exactly. You got it.
So this was the first kind of Christmas
magical time of year. A lot
of
fun, right? She just had her birthday before Christmas, so I say she got kind of a warm-up into how to unwrap gifts. So she wanted to unwrap mine, Mom's, Papa and Nana, everybody, and she managed to say a few ho-ho-hos in the process. Nice. So yeah, it was a great Christmas.
And
Thanks,
any
Katie.
mocktails for the New Year's?
I might have to. I'm kind of thirsty now looking at that last segment.
I know.
But
Awesome.
Why don't we check out this shot, Katie? This is taken off the Causeway Drive in Sydney River, Cape Breton. It's looking a bit more like the Arctic with the sunshine and blue skies there, isn't it? I've got all your weather when we come back. Stick around.
Welcome back. While CTV's Jesse Thomas joins us in the Weather Center this evening. Jesse, I know there's lots to get to, so I'm going to let you take it away.
Yeah, you're right, Katie. Lots of weather warnings to get to, but let's first have a look out at the Halifax Harbor, and we'll take a peek at our sun times for our sunrises and sunsets. In Halifax, you see that it's 7:51 a.m. in the morning. Halifax there behind you, 4:42 p.m. set, and at Fredericton, a little different, 8:08 a.m. and 4:49 p.m. and then Charlottetown, 7:55 a.m. that sunrise. More like 4:34 on the sunset. Okay, let's get right into our weather. As we mentioned, there are some weather warnings that are impacting travel, obviously, right now, right across the Maritimes. Let's begin with this area in blue, and that's indicating a freezing rain warning. And this will happen this evening. It already is, and ending into this evening as some of the temperatures push up above the freezing mark. But we're seeing freezing rain impacting roadways right now in the Halifax region. I just looked outside before the newscast, and it's starting to build up a little bit. So anytime you have that much freezing rain, you want to give yourself lots of time if you have to travel. If not, up in northern New Brunswick, we have a winter storm warning, and that's happening into Tuesday morning as well. And we'll see some heavy snow and some possible blowing snow with some of the gusts as well. But we could see 20 centimeters easily with this system that's pushing through. And on the tail end of that snow, some possible freezing rain to deal with as well, and ice pellets. And lastly, we want to get to this area in green, which is a rainfall warning. That's kind of as that system's moving east or from the west to east, we will see anywhere from 25 to 40 millimeters of rain for parts of Yarmouth County, southwest Nova Scotia, and parts of the Fundy coastline as well. And we could see some possible snow or freezing rain with there as well. We'll look more at the radar, but let's have a look at some of our current temperatures right now. What's driving some of this rain? 3 Graham and Nan, 4 in Yarmouth. That's kind of the warm spot in the Maritimes. And as we move eastward, we see temperatures start to drop more, and this is where we're getting our freezing rain, which is impacting areas like in Halifax, where it's -1 degrees right now, -3 in Moncton, and as we move up to northern New Brunswick, we see -4, the cold spots there in Bathurst and Charlo, and PEI -2 degrees, where there's some freezing rain as well, and then -2 in Sydney and -3 in Cheticamp. We look at the winds. These are kind of the sustained winds, so they're moving from south and east. Let's have a look at the gusts, though. However, we do see some strong wind gusts out there in St. John, up to 50. Looking at our radar right now, we mentioned this storm system that's moving in. It's bringing in some of that heavy rain, clearing parts of southwestern Nova Scotia and into other parts. And we will see that kind of clearing on throughout the evening. But as it does, it's going to bring some of that ice mix and snow that we're seeing right now for parts of central and southern New Brunswick. And as we get up further north, we see some of that snow that's going to be bringing quite a bit of snow into our region, making for some treacherous conditions, possibly on roadways, but also on sidewalks. So something to keep ahead of your mind if you are heading out this evening. We do have much more weather coming up later. We'll have a full look at the forecast. But for right now, I'll send it back out to you, Katie, okay? Oh, and wait a second, Katie. Before we do that, how could I forget this? Let's go to tonight's Weather Watcher. This one's a dandy. I like this one a lot because we were singing Frosty the Snowman a lot over the Christmas holidays with my daughter, as you mentioned earlier. But tonight's Weather Watcher is 9-year-old Victoria Marriott. And Victoria sent us a painting of course, it's a snowman with a perfect carrot nose. Thank you for that, Victoria. Terrific job. Katie, let's go back to you now.
Thank you so much, Jesse. All right, while many were easing out of the holiday rush, others took Boxing Day straight to the slopes of Ski Martok. CTV's Hafsa Arif was there as families and friends made the most of winter.
Skis clicking into place, boards strapped tight. On Friday, Martok saw a steady stream of skiers and snowboarders take advantage of fresh snow and open runs.
Oh, I love skiing. When the ski hill's open, I'm here. Yeah, and everything else on Christmas right now is closed, and the ski hill is open, so, you know, what else can you do, right?
Snow that fell the day before helped set the scene, while crews worked around the clock to get the hill ready early this season.
Mother Nature is absolutely, she's a sweetheart this year, because we opened on December 12th, which hasn't happened for a very, very long time.
And on Boxing Day, there was even more to explore.
They just opened the other hill there, so
we've been coming here for years. We come here every year, pretty much every week, every year. It's a great spot to be. It's a great environment. It's always good time, good fun. They'll take care of the hills. We love it here. It's a great spot.
Yeah.
This season also marks a big milestone, 60 years of Martok being part of Nova Scotia's ski culture.
We want to have more bank turns and kind of interactions. We're planning to build a castle at the top of the ski hill where you will be able to ski through it or jump over it. And we're planning to introduce tubing as well.
For families with time off, the hill offered a different kind of holiday tradition.
Hoping for some good conditions. I know it's still pretty new out here. We've got myself, my wife, and our 3 kids, so we're just looking to, you know, get a couple of runs in, warm up for the season, basically.
For others, it was about fresh snow and fresh air.
Super nice. I'm glad I can get some air now.
The hill expects things to pick up as the holiday breaks continue.
Now that people are getting over the coma of eating too much turkey, we hopefully will see them in the next couple days.
With fresh snow, open runs, and a milestone anniversary underway, Martok is inviting Nova Scotians to trade the couch for the slopes this winter. Hafsa Arif, CTV News, Windsor.
Still ahead, we have an incredible comeback story.
I'm Ryan McDonald. Tonight in the CTV News at 5, with the year winding down, tonight I'll bring you the story of a woman whose 2025 started with a cancer diagnosis, but ended with an Athlete of the Year award that she'll cherish for life. Her story is coming up.
Well, we wrap up our show tonight with the story of a Cape Breton woman whose year started with a cancer diagnosis and ended with a special award from the local athletic community. As CTV's Ryan McDonald shows us, Trish Walsh spent 2025 inspiring many.
When 2025 began for Trish Walsh, she couldn't have imagined what the year would have in store.
When I got the diagnosis, I was training for the Fredericton Marathon.
In February, the 68-year-old, who only started running about 15 years ago, was diagnosed with breast cancer.
And cancer took things from me, like my hair, but it wasn't taking my lifestyle away.
Through her treatment, Walsh kept showing up to local races and went to CrossFit 3 or 4 times a week.
And I didn't stop. When you hear the word cancer, your world kind of stops, but that was my world.
Fast forward to December, Walsh was nominated for an award called Barbarian of the Year, handed out annually to the Cape Breton triathlon community's best or most inspiring athlete. Trish was nominated for the Barbarian of the Year award against some pretty stiff competition, including one guy who is a former national-level swimmer, a second who completed an Ironman triathlon in 2025, and a third man who ran the entire length of the Cabot Trail over 4 days back in November. But when the votes were cast, Trish came out the winner.
There weren't many dry eyes around when she was making her acceptance speech, but every person in the room acknowledged that there could be no finer recipient this year.
Some people say that I'm an inspiration because I ran through my chemo and through surgery and now radiation.
Walsh finished radiation a week ago. She hopes to be done with all treatment come the spring. And while she may insist she's no inspiration, she does plan to keep going with a mantra she has borrowed from a Bon Jovi song.
Like you said, I just want to live while I'm alive, and that's the way I've been going forward with this.
Looking back with gratitude on a year that began with bad news and ended with a big win. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Sydney River, Nova Scotia.
Quoting Bon Jovi, I love it. Well, that is amazing, Trish, and congratulations on your award. All right, that concludes CTV News at 5 for this evening, but stay with us for CTV National News.